Hi, I'm Tammy with The Peach Life, and I wanted to share with you my Hobonichi covers I made out of zipper wallets. So these are the wallets that I have, and they all had zippers on them, and I'll show you kind of what that is. My goal was to take this one and to show you exactly how I did that, but I got a little rambunctious last night and I got started and cut it all off. So this is what I want to show you. So these are the wallets that come with like a zipper all the way around them. That's like here, and you zip them open, and comes with like little zip stuff, and you zip them open. So I want to show you what I do. I got these little Heidi Swap scissors. They're so cute. They're new. And so when you go around with the zipper, I pull on the zipper area really like tight, like taut. And so when you're cutting it out, it sort of will do like ribbon. If you get down in there like really low, and you can kind of just pull it along and it will cut it right out. If yours doesn't go that easily, you can also just kind of get in there and cut along, but you want to make sure you are pushing down inside that groove and not getting the actual wallet. And you go around like that. So when you do, you want to get this first and foremost cut out of there. Then when you're done with that, I will show you like on a couple of these. Let me pull this out so you can see. All right, so in the middle of here, like my Kate Spade one, there was this. So you want to get all the ones, this is what's going to give you your room when this is removed. And this was attached here on the sides, and you just trim that off. So it leaves a little tiny trim line, but you trim that off from both sides. And when you remove this, you can see here, I cut the fabric real close to each edge, which is really important. You want to cut like down the middle, excuse me, because sometimes when you remove that zip pocket and the fabric kind of tucks under the pockets or under the sealed pocket, when you remove that, this did not have fabric, but I will show you my Disney one did. My Disney one had its little faux leather and some fabric that I was able to then take and Fabri-Tac underneath. This is the Fabri-Tac. Since the Kate Spade one did not, it was just missing and it was white. It was like the back of the little leathery stuff. It didn't look very nice. So I took a matching piece of fabric and I Fabri-Tac that on. And this Fabri-Tac, I learned about that from Martha Stewart. So when you do that and you want the edges to be thin and nice, after I glue that, I just put these little claw clips on really close to the edge so it allows it to hold it and dry. Like that. Now, inside this Kate Spade one, the Hobonichi Weeks, whether it's mega or regular, it does fit if I want to tuck it under and utilize it that way, but it wasn't enough space and I wanted to keep my jelly cover on, so I just punched two little holes and attached my elastic so that I can do that and still be able to reach and utilize like all the different little pockets and such. And same like on my fabric, I tucked it under, and you can see this is the old, this is the fabric that came with the wallet. So like here, and I just Fabri-Tac that over so there's no fraying and it's smooth and no grabbing when I put things in. And then on the back you get a little, have a little pocket, and this is just where I added the elastic, sort of like single traveler's notebook style. You could add like another little mini notebook in or something like that if you wanted. And then, thank you. So on this one here, it had enough of its own fabric. So when I cut out the middle, its fabric was here, and I just fabric-tacked it down. And I took another little piece from the wallet that was in here. So this wallet was in here with these like little side pieces, and it had like little pockets. So this one I didn't trim it off. I used the little tips of the scissors, and you sort of just trim away the stitching, or you could trim it away this way so you can pull it off smoothly. That way I didn't want the bulk of this left behind by just trimming it off. And it wasn't glued, so that was perfect. So all of that was originally in here, and it adheres to everything. And again, by removing the center as close as possible to the edge of the pocket or the zipper, or however, whatever's here is best, because any of this extra fabric, you want to adhere it down so it's not loose or flying away. And sometimes there's even a seam in the middle you can bring together. So on mine, I used the extra fabric and put a piece in here because it was just cardboard, but I wanted to be able to have a pocket. So I put an extra piece of the Juicy Couture fabric that came attached on the side of like this pocket, and folded it over, and there's a little seam line. And so now you can utilize both as a pocket. The Hobonichi does fit in this side here, but I also added an elastic. It does not fit on this side here. And then it has a back pocket. This one here, if anyone's interested in Juicy Couture, I think I will have this one available. I only need so many, but this is a great size. It holds the Weeks Mega or the regular, and I'll show you what that looks like real quick. I'm going to show you with my Mega that I have here. Let me remove and pull that out. So, and again, it's just a quick slip in here, and then you close that up, and you can see the spacing, plenty. And these little, I know I'm going to completely say it wrong, Luchterman or something like that, the notebook company. I just get these from there. And I put it on the back page, so if I want to change my cover out, I can. And that way it's not attached to the back of my book. So I can remove it, remove my cover without having to continue to remove this little pin tab, because it is not repositionable. But that goes in there, and then this is on the elastic, so you can still utilize your pockets and so forth, and drop that in your wallet. And them being wallets, they're already a little more sturdy than like I have the Foxy Fix Hobonichi Weeks Mega and the Techo, and I'm just always worried about them. So this method just works great for me, and I also am not always using all of these wallets. So I love to collect little wallets and coin purses and such, and so now this just gives me a better use for it. It just I mean, it just took a day, and it molded real nice to like actually lay closed, and it works just so great. I love it. So I'm going to show you one other thing here, my Disney one. This was from Loungefly, and it had a big bulky metal Loungefly Disney sort of thing here, and I covered it with a little Magic Scouts patch that I just love them, and then here's like the little booklet. And again, you can sort of just add any spot you want. And that just tucks in here. And I like the pieces, everyone's different, but I like those not bulky here showing. So I keep them on the inside of mine. And then it closes up. And it's just adorable. This would be really cute one for every day or fall. This one does not have pockets. There was no fabric underneath. There's just a little pinch left over from the wallet that I tucked and Fabri-Tac that closed, but you can utilize like all of these pockets and these here as well, and that is sealed closed. But if you did want to take the time and not seal that closed and add a nice piece of fabric because it's just cardboard underneath, you can do that and then be able to utilize that as a pocket. Or if you just wanted to leave it cardboard, you could, but things could get snagged. So that's that. Let me show you this with one more thing so you can see what I mean. So when you get these, you sort of, if you have your Hobonichi with you, I'm going to take this cover off. I can show you that on this side it slides right in, but I don't think I would want mine to be on the left side. I guess it would sort of vary on what you want, but on this side, the way the pockets go, it is not enough space for it to fit. If you see that, it's just enough to sort of cover. So when you utilize this one, you would use the elastic like a traveler's notebook, or if you didn't mind, you could put it on this side and then close it up, and it's really cute. It's adorable. And then you'll see like here, this is where the old stitching is, and because it had fabric, I left that, but you can see here on the Kate Spade one, it didn't have fabric, so I covered and added my own. So hopefully this gives you some ideas on how to use yours. I will show you real quick. The Kate Spade one had this like accordion wallet in it that was kind of big that got trimmed out. My Disney one had this in here. I had another little side as well. And then this one had, the Juicy Couture had this one, and these were attached. There was some fabric here, but again, I used that fabric to tuck under the pocket here. But this is how this one is. And this is the thing, the regular wallets I haven't found won't work. It has to be the zipper wallet, because when you cut this out, that's what gives you the bulk of space that you're going to need for a Hobonichi to go in and to close nicely. Okay, so with that said, I just want to show one more time that these are all the wallets that have the zipper thing around it, and you're going to trim that zipper part out. And again, you're going to probably want a really nice, this is a really nice long tip pair of scissors, and these are from Heidi Swapp. And I have like a little pointy Fiskars, and these are real sharp. These are nice, but they are not nearly as great as this one. And like I said, when I pull this back tight and I'm cutting in there, it sort of cuts along like a ribbon would. I mean, not a ribbon, but wrapping paper. And it just kind of, as you pull that, it just kind of, it just pulls right back in that inner part nicely. But then you can always go back and trim any little thing like that. You can get in there because they're so pointy and little. You can get in there and trim. And then some of them have little extra things, and people are so crafty. I'm sure you could think of something you may want to do or add those in or use for something else. But Okay, so this was long, had lots of info. I hope that gave you an idea and what you're trying to do. And again, when you cut these zipper parts out, you want to cut as close to the zipper as you can, because that extra fabric that's going to lay back many times will tuck underneath, and like it tucked underneath here. Let me show that closer. You can see where I folded it under and Fabri-tacked it, but first I put the piece that I had cut off the wallet and tucked that under and Fabri-tacked it, and then the other piece I folded it over the cardboard and did that. You'll play with it, you'll see, but honestly, you can't ruin it. If you're just patient and take time, you'll find a way for it to come together. And even this one, I even went as far as I removed this whole piece off down to the cardboard and reattached it with, same here, with Fabri-tack. Because this piece here was actually connected to this. And so I removed it off of this pocket. It was on the back part of this pocket. And I trimmed and cut it down, and I used the Fabri-tack all around the edge here. And I used those claw clips. Now the claw clips left some pressure, it left a little mark, and I'm hoping over time those will sort of just wear down. But those clips are what really helped, and so that it's thin here and not real bulky. It really like held those down tightly and dried. Okay, so there's my video. And for more like little, I love to repurpose things and use things in different ways, and I'm always trying to like use what I have and things in different ways that like you normally wouldn't. So that's where the idea of the wallet came from. Like I love milk glass to put my pins and stuff in, and that doesn't seem like that cutesy, that big of a deal, but it's repurposing so that I'm able to, I'll show you, so that I'm able to have them out in my craft space and see them, but using them in a different way instead of just sort of collecting them and having them at bay. And that's sort of what was going on with my wallets. I was just collecting them and not utilizing them, and I wanted to find another purpose for them. And because they're wallets, I think I said this before, they are a lot more durable than like my leather Foxy Fixes or any of my other traveler's notebooks that I have that I've noticed. So thanks, hope you enjoyed it. Leave me any questions or comments, and I'm sorry if this video is a little dark. I can't seem to get my lighting quite bright. All right, thank you.